Everyone, today is Monday the 8th. Sorry about that. Since having the baby, time and days just run together, as I'm sure you're well aware. So I thought I would do a 2-week update on Miss Aurora June. And just tell you how everything has been going. As far as me, we ended up having a C-section, and it was a much better experience than I could have hoped for. With Liam, the C-section was much more painful. The medication had me in and out of consciousness like right after, and it was all just like a blur. And granted, I'm only 2 weeks postpartum, but definitely things have, much smoother, and it's, I'm really thankful for that. And I don't really feel any mourning for not being able to have the VBAC, even though I really wanted to, because it got Miss Rory here perfectly safe. She was born with 9.9 APGAR scores, and she's been doing pretty darn good ever since. So we're so thankful. I wrote a few notes. Let's see. The hardest part postpartum so far is not being able to pick up my son. He doesn't understand exactly what's going on, of course, and when he's hurt, or when he wakes up from a nap, or he's just cuddly, I really want to pick him up, and it's like, no, that's not good for me. And the few times I have, I've ended up kind of hurting myself, and everyone around me yells at me. So I definitely look forward to normal, regular playtime with Liam again really soon. We have gone out a couple times, taken the kids out to dinner, and it's getting better. The first couple times I feel like I probably shouldn't have left the house because it was just really rough on my body. We are breastfeeding Miss Rory, and don't you love the wee part of that? But it's going. At first we were having latch issues, supply issues, and just the whole newness of, a newborn and breastfeeding. With Liam, it was a 6-week struggle of pumping myself full of water and vitamins, and pumping and feeding, and he would not latch at all. Now, Rory, when she was born, she was like trying to latch right away, which I was really excited about. 2 weeks into it, I would say we have latching down. There are a couple positions that work. Cradle hold works best for us, usually. Lost my train of thought. Mommy brain. But the biggest issue we're having right now is supply. She will feed. Usually I end up switching 2 times. Breast sides 2 times during the feeding, and she will nurse for about an hour, really, and she's still hungry. So I know she's not getting everything she needs. She was 8.9 when she was born, and she actually dropped down to 7.4, which was a 14% body weight loss. And she was big for her size when she was born, but it was starting to alarm the doctor, so we are supplementing, which I'm not thrilled about, but she's still starving after she's done eating, and I will pump after, and I won't get much at all. If I pump without feeding her, I usually only get a little over an ounce for both breasts. So we saw a lactation consultant, which was an evil, mean lady, but she pretty much made us feel worse, or me feel worse leaving than coming in, which definitely isn't something good. But we are going to be going to see a different one, so hopefully they can be a little more helpful. what was I saying? I have no idea. Anyways, that's pretty much breastfeeding. We're renting a Medela Symphony pump right now from the hospital, and then if pumping seems to be helping, we'll end up just purchasing a different pump because those are like $3 grand. And it would be cheaper for us to buy one than to rent. So let's see. What else? I know what I was going to say. Mother's Love has a vitamin called Milk Plus, I believe it is. And it has the fenugreek and the something thistle and a bunch of other things in it. Instead of having to take like 12 pills a day, they're combined. And I have been taking that, and I think it's helping. It makes me sick, so that's not a good thing, but I don't know. I'm going to keep taking it and seeing if my body will just adjust to it. Otherwise, we might have to go back to just taking the fenugreek separately. So, any other suggestions that you guys have about increasing supplement? I'm trying to drink lots of water and a few other things, so I'm open, totally open. As far as differences in Rory and Liam, so far she's much more spunky than he was, and by that I mean Liam was very calm and chill from the time he was born. He's still like that today, even as a toddler. And she is more demanding, and she does not like to be put down, which is a struggle, including at nighttime when she's supposed to be sleeping. And once she decides she wants something, she gets hysterical, like super fast, and she's very difficult to calm down. And that was one of the problems early on with breastfeeding, is she would get so hysterical that she wouldn't latch on, and she's burning all of these calories, you know, all the few calories she was getting, she was burning them because she would get so upset, and that's why she was losing so much weight. So as she gets older, it seems like that's calming down a little bit, and I think that also is because we're supplementing, so she's not quite as starving as she was, which is really sad, but I'm hoping that we can minimize the supplementing and you know, eventually get rid of it. So that's our goal, but our biggest goal, of course, is for her to be happy and healthy and full. So we will see how that goes. Let's see. Cloth diapering a newborn is just as easy as cloth diapering my toddler. Actually, I would say that cloth diapers hold in newborn poop and pee much better. We were using little Joey's at first, and some diapers that Doug's cousin made for us, and we love them. Thank you, Jordan. And Grovia newborn all-in-ones. The little Joey's are starting to get a little too tight around her thighs now, so I think that probably we have less than a week left, but those diapers are amazing. The other two kinds we're still using, and we do occasionally still use disposables because we have them, and because you're changing a newborn so often that, you know, we don't have an untapped supply or unlimited supply of newborn cloth. So we did just today I just tried her on a extra small Bum Genius, and that fit her because her cord fell off now. Yay! So that's pretty exciting because that ups the more cloth diapers that we have. A lot of people said, you know, you don't want to use cloth diapers the first, you know, little bit because of the meconium staining. You'll never get it out. I didn't have that problem. She had plenty of poopy diapers, but we've been able to get the stains out, so I wouldn't let that deter you. We are having to do cloth diaper wash just about every day now, though, which I expected, especially with her diapers because we don't have as many. and if we're gonna wash hers, we might as well wash Brother's too. So Liam is mostly in Grovia all-in-ones, and those work great for us. They're really trim, and we get almost no leaks. It's very rare that we get a leak, and if we do, it's usually because Daddy didn't button it correctly. Love you, honey. So yeah, as far as Liam's attitude towards the new baby, at first, well, and still, he kind of ignores her. He pretends she's not there. For instance, as I'm holding her right now, what are you doing? She was going like, Mama, I'm getting hungry. At first, he would just, like right now, if he was in front of me, he would just pretend she's not here and try to climb on Mommy. He is getting a little bit of jealousy when he sees her having a binky, and I don't want to hear any comments about how no binky, because binky is just necessary sometimes to keep her calm. So you can keep those comments to yourself. But if he sees her having a binky, he wants to grab it out of her mouth. He's no longer on bottles. He just does sippy cups, and the first time he saw her having a bottle, he about had a nervous breakdown because he couldn't have it. So then he decided to walk up to Mommy and bite her. So we are dealing with that. Any tips, tricks, suggestions you might have about that? You know, I'm trying my best to give them both quality time, but it's not a perfect world, especially when you've had a C-section. And you know, I do feel bad that sometimes he's getting the short end of the stick, but we have so many family that are, you know, coming and playing it with him and all of that, so that makes me feel good. But, you know, sometimes her needs are greater than his, so it's, you know, that's just what happens. But hopefully we'll move into this transition pretty smoothly. Emotionally, I'm feeling great. A lot of people warn me about, you know, potential postpartum, especially with the second baby. I guess it's more prevalent so far. I've definitely had some stressful moments, but I haven't really been affected with that. So, you know, I think that's great. Doug has been extremely helpful. All of our family, you know, everybody. We've had so many people around just helping us and doing whatever, you know, they can to make this experience run smoother and better and all that. So overall, I'd say we're doing pretty good. I'll just hold up the baby so you can see her a little bit better, and then we'll go ahead and post this. Can you say hi, Rory? So this is Miss Aurora June. We call her Rory or Aurora. And yeah, so if you have any questions, just leave a comment. All right, thank you. Bye.